scalping, basically, I would say this is like you have to be really, really precise when you're scalping, and those are the charts you'll be looking at if you're scalping. Obviously, the daily isn't really that important when you're scalping. What's really, really important is your 60 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 minute, and then your 5 minute chart. Specifically the 1 and the 5. These are the most important ones when you're scalping. I mean, once you understand what your daily is, your what do you call it, your 60 minutes is, you really don't have to worry about much. So let's say you know your 60 minutes is long. You're thinking, okay, now you know all you're going to be doing is scalping the 60 minutes, but you're going to be referencing the 5 minutes, and then here's how you will do this. Okay. Now this is the EURUSD. If you're looking at it, 5 minutes is pretty much ranging. It's going back and forth. But what's most important, what's unique about this is the 1 minute. So you would be using the 1 minute a lot to get in and out of trade. Like it becomes extremely important, because when you are scalping, your entry has to be precise. I'm talking about precise. You can, when you are scalping, what a lot of people, they get into trades and then they panic. Let's see. So they'll get into a trade and they'll panic, because scalping means it's just what it is. It's very difficult. That's the hardest form of trading, scalping. So let's assume that right now we're talking about scalping. Let's say that you want to scalp. So you're gonna want to know, first of all, where your 60 minutes is. Your 60 minutes is, at the moment, this is the EURUSD. Looking at it, this is the very first hour. Okay, it just broke. It just started going long. It's at the very bottom of the ocean. You're expecting it to go long. Cobra just turned yellow, but not enough volume. The market is closed. This is the end of the Asian session. You don't want to scalp at that, like at this, like right now. You probably want to wait until like around 11 o'clock or so. But if you're scalping, first you know your hours long, and then so you know your hours long, and then you're looking at your 1 minute. The 5 minutes it plays a very key role in what you're doing. As soon as you notice the 1 minute, which is very, actually that's very hard to do for most people to do. You're looking at your 1 minute, you always want to catch it at the very beginning. But what you want to do, you only want to trade only as soon as Cobra turns. For example, like right here, see how Cobra turns at the bottom of the ocean. It turns, and the price was 137.72. It started going long, and at the moment it's at 137.77. So look, 5 pips, but by the time you pay your spread, if it's like a pip or 2 pips, whatever, some of us have 0.6, some of us have 2.1, whatever it may be, it's not worth it, because it's not this isn't pushing enough. But what it is that you want to keep an eye on your 5 minutes. You do not ever want to take a scalp against your 5 minutes, ever. And if I want to scalp, I don't scalp, because you know what? It's too stressful for me. If I wanted to scalp, the only way, like before that, like when I first started trading, I used to scalp a lot. I was a machine. I was really good at it. Then what I realized is that every single time you win a trade, you have a great chance of losing it, because there is so much. Skip said there is no sound. You guys can hear me? Yeah, I think everybody said they could hear me before. Okay, you got it. All right, no problem. So So as I was saying earlier, guys, this is scalping. Scalping is the most difficult. It's the hardest part of trading. You don't want to sit there and, I mean, for me, it's, you can make a lot of pips doing it, but here's what happens. You have to follow this 1 minute like crazy, and it is pretty accurate. So like right now, look, it turned, it went long. So but what you would look to do is this. You would only look to trade in the direction of the, you would keep an eye on the 5 minutes, and also preferably trade with the 15 minutes, which is right here in the same direction as the 15 minutes. So the 15 minutes is going long. It's just breaking to go long. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Like I'm not really using this, the hour. We already know it's long. See the 15 minutes breaking long. Reason being because the 5 is also long. Just turn. It's pushing long. But if you take that trade, you would want to take it right here at the beginning. So you have to be precise. This system allows you to be extremely precise. You can look at it as soon as Cobra turn, and then you would go long. Now, the true form of scalping means this, okay? You get in, you are chopping it up. You're taking 5 pips, 10 pips, 5 pips, 10, 15 pips. So you're not seeing in trades very long. Like right now, you look at it, you'll be like, okay, you would actually basically say, okay, I'm at the top here. Is this going to continue pushing? Or if you decide to wait and you can say, okay, the 15 minutes is just breaking long, can I hold on to it? But the only problem is this. It's been ranging. This market isn't moving. But when it's moving, it will pay you. This system, if there is 4 pips, 5 pips to get out of it, you can get 4 or 5 pips out of the market by using the 1 minute. And that's scalping. That's really, that's a lot of work. So again, like I said, you would only look to scalp the 1 minute only at the beginning, just like anything else. If you come in, you want to scalp, you do not want to get in right here. It's too late. What you're looking to do is to wait at the very beginning, at the bottom of the ocean, you're taking it to the top. And as you can tell, the 1 minute turn, 5 minutes also change, and what you will notice, everything will match. The 5 minute, so what happens is this. The 5 minutes, you will notice Cobra will turn, you will see it'll just shoot down, just like you saw. See how up here it's red? Cobra will change color way up here. It will stretch out before the candle even appear, letting you know there is enough volume, it's about to turn. And you'll also see some blue candles right here in high and low, letting you know there is enough power. This will actually go for 5 pips, and you would take this particular trade, and now you're good to go. But what I don't suggest people doing is this. Do not scalp against the hour. I've never done it. Unless you know the hour is completely overboard, it's done, it's finished. Like for example, look at those 15 minutes. It was ranging. I'm sure if you were scalping it, if you were just scalping the 15 minutes and the 5, you still make money. But it takes a tremendous amount of work, a tremendous amount of effort. Look at the 1 minute. Look how choppy it is. It's a lot of work. So that's why I don't scalp. But once the market is open, yeah, you can make a ton of money scalping. All days you can turn, but for me it's too much, again, like I said. So scalping is fairly easy. You just have to understand you're using really small time frame. You don't really have to think very much, like right now, like when we talked about. You really have to be aware of your support and resistance in your short time frame. What that means is, look, short in the 5 minute, it went to 72. Support in the 5 minute chart is at 69. So basically, that's where you want to, every time you see price bounce over here, if it bounces and it turns, you're going to be good to go. It's going to turn around, because that's where support is. The last 5 minutes, it hasn't broken that. That's where support is. 69. You keep looking at this. Okay, this is 69. It's going to turn around because now it's ranging, and if you can tell also, the ocean is straight flat. So all it's doing is going from here, there, 69, to 75 to 76. That's very tight. But can you catch it right here? Yeah, you could. As soon as it turned 4 or 5 pips, is it worth it? I don't know. For some people it is, because some people can't even get 5 pips. We don't have that problem. So, hopefully none of you guys will have that problem. And that's the general idea. If you're looking at it, the 15 minutes right here, it's stuck. It's not moving. The market is flat. It's done. No volume. So that's scalping, okay? Do you guys have any questions for me as far as scalping is concerned? Because I want to talk to you guys about position trading and swing trades today. I want to go over this really, really fast about scalping. Position trading is the easiest form of trading there is, okay? You can't, honestly, if you understand it, you make a lot of money, but you got to be able to, you really, really have to understand how to do it. But there is a ton of money to be made. Look, I remember the last week when I was doing this webinar here, we were short. The daily was short. It had been going, the 4 hour I remember was at the very top, and I was saying, wow, I was kind of concerned about that. And then the hour was turning. It was just turning to go long. But here's what's unique about position trading, and here's how we trade this. For example, look, the weekly here is long. It's been long. So if the weekly went long since, at the bottom here, we're looking at since 3, the turn went long at since 2/26/2014. So it's been long for quite some time. That's the weekly. Understand this. So that means this is a currency that they are pushing long. What you saw in the daily right here, now we've already established that the weekly is long, so we don't even need to use this chart at the moment. So the weekly is long, right? Now let's look at the daily. The daily is just turning long. It's only one day. That's one. Second, look how big that candle is. You gotta start understanding that when this was turning long, the weekly started going long right here. 140.75. That's when Cobra turn started going long. So now you are in line with both the weekly and the daily. And now looking at your 4 hour. Your 4 hours long. It's been long. What you're looking at right now, small candles. Cobra is getting really close. The 60 minutes turn long, you have one few hours ago. But the market has been flat. Look at the size of those candles. Very, very small. There is nothing going on. So that's an indication there is no volume. There is, you don't want to stress this out, okay? So right now, the way you do position trading is very simple. Your daily is long, weekly is long. The last time, that was yesterday, that was this morning, right? Look, the market went long right here, which changed the daily, 140.46, okay? Go back over here. The daily price, $140.71. So the hour change went long, the daily change, it went long. So if you did not get in right here, it pushed up and it went all the way to 141.77. Once Cobra turns and says you are long, that means you are long, okay? No questions. This indicator is solid. It says you long, you long. You cannot get into a trade up here. It's done. So as a position trader, you actually have to wait. Take your time, allow for a breath. Guess what? It came back to support. Support is now at 141.37. Every single currency in the world, they will retrace. Do not chase the trade. So what you would do, you would wait for it, look for support, it hits it, you wait for it, then Cobra turn. As it's turning long, you have two choices. As soon as it hits support, you can enter your trade. You just place a trade here. So now, position trading, guys, is like this. If you saw Cobra turning long right here, and the daily is also turning long, you would enter your first trade right here. That trade stays there. It does not come off. It stays. It pushed up. You're still in the trade. At that point, 141.77, okay? That was the top. You're not closing this trade. So if you got in right here at 140.42, 141.77, so let's say like you're up like, let's, just for the heck of it, let's say you're up 120 pips, okay? You keep it there. It took a small breath, came back, now you're at 141.40. As soon as it's turning, you'd place another trade right here. But what I typically do, I like to go bottom heavy. So that very first trade for me is always big. And as it pushes, I start reducing my lot sizes. So I'm allowing, because I know it's going to pull back. So I know no matter what pullback they have, it's not going to touch this before I close all my trades. So guess what? It pulled back, you'd put a trade right here. Your daily is still long, so you're not worrying about it. That's fine. It took another trade, and as you can tell, this is when you start looking, you start getting to know your currency. This is what you call it's making higher highs. So basically, it's pushing longer, and every time it drops, it's making higher highs, and every single time it drops down, it's making higher lows. So that means it's not going further down. See, it dropped here to 141.36. Then when we dropped again, it dropped to 141.83. It turned again, it dropped. This one, I believe it was 141.90. That was the low. So you would enter your trade right here. Still, you're still in good place. So if you imagine you have one trade here, 2, 3, this is your fourth one. But that's how banks do position trading. Because now, as you are proceeding, you keep adding to it. Every single time you place a trade, because you started so early in your daily just turned long, you have ways to go. Now, you also have to start paying attention to your daily, obviously. So you have to start asking yourself this one great question. You're going to pull it up your daily. You're going to say, where is resistance at in my daily? Your daily resistance is right here. The first one, 143.83. You guys got that, right? If you are trading this is your daily resistance. That's what it has to break to continue to go further. As you get close to there, you start paying attention to your trade. You get to be a bit more concerned. So right now it already broke all these. Right now it's making its way. It's trying to get to there. So it just broke that last one right here. See this candle right here? See how it just broke that last one right here. So now it has to make it to right here. It has to break this one. So it has a lot of resistance that it has to break right here. If it breaks that, then you'd pull it up, and here's your next resistance level. 145.61, and then you're gonna look at when was the last time it was at that price. That was in 2013. That was December 2013. That's when the last time it was there, okay? So you're gonna be paying attention, close attention to that. So what that does for you, it's telling you, heck, you're getting close to some serious resistance. And now you're going to start watching out. And this is why I'm going to tell you guys this. If you want to be professional traders, as we get acquainted, we all get to know each other, I want to start talking to you guys about being able to open, what do you call it, accounts, like European accounts, set up your account offshore. That way it allows you to do those things. For example, if I'm in a trade here, long, I'm in a trade here, long, I'm one here, long. The United States, US accounts that you guys have, most people have, says first in, first out. What sucks about it is this. You can't close this trade, you can't close that one and just keep that one there. That just sucks. If you close this one, you got to close all of them. There, you know, like I have a couple accounts, I have trades that are way at the bottom and I'm not closing them because I know they are not pulling them back that far. And I will tell you guys another thing. You have to start learning. You don't need to trade 15 different currencies or all kind of different things, guys. Just one simple currency or two. You get to know them really, really, really well. Get one that moves, pays you at, you know, that moves at least 100 pips a day. You'll make all the money that you need. All you need is 30, 40 pips a day, and then you can grow your account. You don't need a whole bunch of stuff. That's not necessary. So again, that's position trading. And if you're looking at the indicators, they're all lined up. They'll tell you when it's ranging. You're going to see a series of that. These indicator market force is only on the position chart. I don't put them in any other one. And for example, right now, so if you're looking at, let me pull this back a little bit. If we're looking at, if you're looking at stealth, I only put that also in my position chart. So if you're looking at it, if they are touching each other, like right here, that means that if you see that it's starting to make its way, that means the short is about to be over. It's at the bottom, and then you will notice this will start crossing the yellow. That means it's up. It's going to be all up, and you will also get a dot right here. See, that was the short. Once the short is over, you got to stop first before you even get the first candle. That stop signifies that short is gone. It's finished. When this long is completely over, you're going to get a stop right here, and then you will notice the 4-hour candles will start. Will start. Very unique, very simple, very detailed. Before I start a trade, even a swing trade, the first thing that I do is that I look at my daily. Is my daily long? So what that means for me is this. So now this is position. I'm going to go over that. Do you guys have any questions for me on position trade? Let me record this. Okay, where is my daily? If I'm trading the dollar yen, I'm going to want to know where my daily is. So for example, let me pull up the daily for the dollar yen. That's really important. If my daily is long, so when I'm in a trade, okay, here's the daily chart. Okay, this is the dollar yen. That's the 60-minute. That's the daily chart. Okay, so now it's right next to it. I'm looking at it, so I said, okay, daily is long. It's been long a couple of days. This is a huge candle. It's pretty big. Looks like it has some power to it. We're going long. So now the first thing I'm going to look at in my daily chart, I'm going to say, okay, where is my resistance level? Look, 103.53, it was there, 103, so that's like it went there. Last one was 103.64, that's where it hit. Prior to that, 104.72. This is the big, this is the, like at this point, if it breaks 104.72, that's where it has to go. And when was it there last? It was there like 1/22/2014. So that was in January. Okay, so I'm looking for that number. So I'm thinking, is it gonna make it there right now? What can make it go there? I'm thinking, well, news. If we have great news, this is a currency that they are looking to weaken. They're trying to weaken the yen. They're trying to get it to 110. I know that because I trade it. I'm passionate about it. So all of us who've been waiting, every single trader that I know of, I've been waiting for the dollar yen to get to 110. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like the unicorn or something. Every single time it's like, yeah, it's going to get to one thing. Next thing you know, it's back down to 101. It's like, we're never going to see 110. It's like, geez. So it's amazing. When they announced that they were going to make this good, the dollar yen was going to go to 110, every single trader that I know of was long. When it reached 103, 104, I remember that. And that was even long. Then they dropped it all the way back to 93, and now it's back at 103.25. Right now, it's an uptrend. So if I'm swinging this, it's like that's how you trade this, okay? Guys, we only trade the beginning of the hour. As soon as the hour change, you look to get into this trade. I'm looking at my daily. I'm paying attention to my 4-hour a little bit. So when this drops, like right now, like it dropped, and that was support right here, okay? And I was like, okay, that was at 101.06. It dropped there, then it dropped again the other day right here, 101.70, 101.75. Whenever you see this drop in this currency, for me, as soon as I see Cobra turning, I'm in that trade. I don't even think about it because I know this is an uptrend. It's going long. We're just swinging it. It turns, it drops, go long. Shorts, I take profit out of it real quick. I don't keep them. As soon as Cobra turn, this indicator right here, when it turns at the very beginning of the hour, you'll see it's flicking. You'll see it'll change color. So like right now, this is the daily chart. So we're not gonna, let me move the daily chart so you won't get confused. So this is, we're looking at the 60 minutes right here. See, like right here, it turned, Cobra turned right here at 101.43. It went long. It went to 142.63. That was a huge move. You see that? You understand what support is, but where resistance is. It gets there. If you started right here at 140.146, you go to 142.61. I won't even hold on to a swing trade for that long because it's not necessary for me. I'll take my profit and get out of it. I'm done. At this point, I'm waiting. Remember, guys, please get in the trade only at the beginning of the hour. The very first one. If you come in, it's 3 hours later. I don't care how big this candle is, don't take it. It's too late. You've missed the trade. No, I'm not going to get, I'm going to get in right here when Cobra changes color. If I want to get long, the very first hour, which would be right here, and the price would be at 140, 148, right here. See, like right there, I would get long here. I won't even pay attention to the screen. I will just walk away. I will come back and check this in about 4 or 5 hours and see where my price is. Now, because it's the dollar yen, I know it's stable. It will stay there. It's not going to drop that much. The euro yen, I don't trust it. It pulls back too much. So this is the euro yen. I won't sit there, and I will be very careful with it. So this is the euro yen. It turns, get in this trade, I take my profit. Once I'm out, now I'm waiting for shorts. Now think about it like this. Your daily is long. Okay? So anytime it drops, don't expect it to drop as much as it's pushed. Because the daily is long, it's going up. It's not going down. So when it drops, it's not going to be so much. So if you notice, it went long, it retraced some, and then it dropped to 141.82. Then slowly it's making its way back up. Right here, here's the other thing. See, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. Would I take this trade? No, I wouldn't take them. Let me tell you why. Number one, I don't trade the Asian session. It was flat. You see how small the candles are? They've been so dead. And here's the other thing. Look at high and low. Even though Cobra says blue, the candles are blue, high and low saying there has been more selling than there has been buying. So high and low still remain green. It did not change color. So I would not take that trade because it did not line up. See, when it lines up, you get blue here. Cobra turn to go long. You also have a blue candle right here that signified you have great volume to take this long. So you can take it long. You don't have anything to worry about. You just go long, let it go. And also, you have to be mindful of the time that you're trading. Some people want to come in, they want to get in at like whenever they want. It doesn't work that way, guys. I don't know. You can't come in at 11 o'clock in the morning, I mean, like Los Angeles time, and think you're going to trade Forex. That's just insane. Unless, you know, that doesn't happen. Yes, they have to be in the same color to take the trade. What I want you to be paying attention to is when you see Cobra start flashing, right? Then once you're going to be paying attention to this hour. Like right here, there is a clock. It says this candle right here, there is 20 minutes before the next one appears. As soon as this locks in, this is your first candle. All you have to do is wait for a pullback. Pricing always will pull back because you don't want to buy it at the tip of the candle, because what's going to happen is it's going to pull back. You wait for it, and then it's going to push. Bam. You get the perfect entry, and you get in. And personally, I like to trade, Jeffrey, I like to trade I start trading at about 11:30. And then, for example, tonight, when I get done here, I want to go lay down. It's going to be 10 p.m. Hold on. Only the beginning of the hour. And for me, as you guys get better, the greatest thing when you start getting really good is when you start doing, for example, hold on, where's my, I'm looking for a chart. Gosh, I'll find it. I think I know what it is. When you start doing this, okay? Now I'm going to give you an example. That's for you guys who like to scalp. This is the euro yen. Okay, this is like the 5 minutes. As you get good at this system, and here's what you're going to start looking for. You're going to say, okay, this is your 5 minutes. You're looking at it, and price drop earlier. You know your daily is long. You keep that in mind. So it dropped, you know, a whole bunch. Let's see. Was that it? No, that would have to be further back, right? So that's where it dropped right here. It went to 142.14. Is that right? Let me see. 141.79. So that's further back. 141.79. 141.83. Further back. 142. Where's 141 at? Am I going backwards or forward? Can you see something? I'm getting higher. But the 5 minutes when I'm trading it typically is what I'll do. I'll be paying attention to this. And that's how I get into my trade really early. I would wait. Like right now, see how Cobra is turning to go back short. So this is what it does. It changes color to tell you it's going short. But what I usually do is this. I'm looking at Cobra right here. This is the 60 minutes. And I'm paying attention to the 5 minutes. And I want to see how close it is to Cobra. to changing the hour chart to make it go short. But see, high and low is already short, but this is where, like, for me, I would have major conflict. If I'm looking at this, the 5 minutes wants to go short. It's been ranging. It's close. Pricing is so close to changing the hour. So if the hour goes short, high and low will be short. In retrospect, I would have it should have been a great short, but here's the problem that I'm going to have with this trade. It's at the very bottom of the ocean. I would let it go. I wouldn't trade it. The 5 minute, you guys can see how it's turning, it's changing. This candle has 2 minutes for the next one to show up. But you can see Cobra is turning to say it's going short. But looking at it, it's just been ranging. Look at it. But when you are trading the 5 minute, when doing trading hours, just the 5 minutes alone, guys, can make you guys a ton of money. But you gotta do it when trading hours, okay? You can't just pull it up and just stop doing it. You get chopped up. And for example, 11:30, 12 o'clock, London session opens. You say, all right, fine. Where's your hour? You're gonna start. As soon as you see the 5 minutes changing in any of the currencies, believe me, it's gonna go at least 30-40 pips, guaranteed. This 5 minutes, guaranteed. Like around that time, it will. Another time it will go. You are guaranteed to make money as this. If you notice, the currency has been dropping all night long. They all do that. If they start dropping all night long, they just sit there and drop. Los Angeles time, for my time when I'm watching it, as soon as the US markets open, typically it's about 6:30, 7. Pay attention to the 5 minutes. If it was dropping, all of a sudden you will notice the 5 minutes will start turning to go long, and you will notice price Cobra is starting to make its way to catch up with pricing so it can turn and go long. It's a beautiful thing. So the 5 minutes allows you to get in early, and then by the time Cobra turns and confirm, you've already in the trade like 30 pips ahead. But it's going to take you guys time, and now we'll sit down, we can work on that together. I don't have any problem with that. I'll work with you guys all day with that so you guys can get really good at it. It's really cool once you start understanding this turn. All I want you guys to do is catch that turn right here, the very beginning of it. Anytime you catch it, guys, you'll make money. Look, you turn, because every single person can come and tell you, oh, look, this turn here, you should have entered here, you would have made this many pips. People tell you these stories all the time. But this system, all you have to do is pay attention to it. When you see it's flickering, just like you saw right here, it was flickering, trying to go long, it's ranging, and you'll see this change. Right now, look at this candle. There is nobody in it. So basically, they're just trying to take people's money. See, it's trying to go, it's not doing anything. It's just ranging. We all know that. You wouldn't want to trade right now. There is no trade. That's what it's doing all this. But when it's running, the 5 minutes is money. Understand this. The 5 minutes change the 15 minutes, which eventually changes the hour. If you are in tune with your 5 minutes, you'll get really good at trading your 60 minute. And as far as your understanding exactly where your thing is, your daily, it's important. That's why you always have to look up your position chart. When we send you guys this, we send you a position chart, we send you all of the hour chart all already made, send you all the 1 minute and all the 5 minutes, and the scalping screen as well, so you can have all of them. So for me, I prefer to have 3-4 screens. Well, I trade with 4 to 6 screens. That's what I use to trade, because I'm on it. I have to be able to see everything. So I'm going to switch over to a different screen so I can show you guys one last thing. Do you guys have any question for me as far as swing trade?